Rob, first run out for the side, your thoughts on it all?
Disappointed not to win. You know, we said to the guys that first and foremost, let's go out and win a game of rugby. You know, we all work from there, so you know that's a little bit of a disappointment. But then again, you know, you've got to give credit to Connacht as well. They came here, they were very, very dogged, particularly around the contact area and in defence. And ultimately, I think that causes enough problems for them to get a win. You know, we're obviously unhappy with the amount of errors we made. Probably more so in the first half, because that's where we had our real clear-cut opportunities and we were creating some good opportunities, and then a lot of the time we literally just dropped the ball. We literally just dropped the ball or threw a bad pass or made a little error. And you know, most of the game we look comfortable in defence, and then we get turned over in attack, and a guy makes a break up the wing, and you know the game's gone from you. So I'm disappointed, but it's like anything with pre-season. You know, we get some real quality video to analyse now and sit down with the guys, and we can talk things through. You know, the guys have only been back this week from quite a long break, and I think that showed a little bit. It just showed a little bit with some of our kind of handling and passing sharpness. But you know, that's why we have a pre-season game. That's why we've got 3 of them. We'll certainly get better. You know, I'm not you know, disheartened to lose by a couple of points to a decent Connacht side who came here with a point to prove after last season. You know, I think mentally, you know, they as I say, they got after us in a few areas, and we're certainly not going to back down from that. And as I say, you know, credit to them. You know, they've come away with a result, but you know, we'll get better. And you know, as I say, I'm disappointed to lose, but I'm not downhearted by large parts of our performance. You know, there was opportunities in that first half for us to probably score 3 or 4 tries, but we just dropped the ball. And at this stage, you know, there's no point making too much of a fuss about it. You've just got to get the games and the training done, and you know those things will get better. If
you turn the clock back a few seasons ago, you had those really stiff tests against the likes of Cardiff and that really set up your season, and that's what you wanted to get out of these 3 games, I'd imagine. Yeah, well, I mean, I think the Cardiff game, when we first played them, we wanted to play a very strong side, particularly in the contact area, because it just toughens you up and it focuses your mind on what you have to do. And I think we had that battle today, which will be really important for us. I thought our defensive work to a large degree was pretty good, but I actually thought some of our attacking contact area stuff, when we were carrying the ball and when we were recycling the ball, wasn't of good enough quality. And as I said, I think some of our just basic handling and passing wasn't really good enough. You know, the truth was, there was a real swirling wind out there, you know, and I think both sides struggled with that, and that made the game slightly strange in a lot of ways, because there wasn't a lot of tactical kicking because it was so difficult. So there was a lot of rugby played around the middle area of the pitch, and you know, it was kind of play with the ball until you made a mistake from both sides a little bit. You know, that said, you know, I'm relatively pleased. A lot of what we're trying to put in place is there. We've just got to start stringing it together. As you said, pre-season you can do as much training on the field as you like, but it's not until you get that real match action you can really analyse things about the team and that. Yeah, and that's right. And you know, that's full on. You know, you can do as much as you like in training, and you can do as much contact work as you like, but you do need a game environment going on around you to challenge things. As I said, you know, if there's one thing that probably is a little disappointing, is that I think we look comfortable within the game, and it was almost as if we were waiting for a try to be scored or something, and you could just see things might have taken off, particularly in that first half. But when that try didn't come, you know, you've got to graft your way through things a little bit there, and that's just what we have to learn to do. You know, I'm not massively worried. Playing Connacht, you know, they're a good side, it's always going to be a test. You know, whoever we play in the first few games of the season, they're going to be tough games, and what you do, you have to knuckle down, you have to find a way of winning, and we were close to it today. You know, the last 10 minutes we had the majority of the pressure. I think we had the majority of the pressure for the whole of the second half, but just couldn't score. So, you know, that's the way it goes. You know, say pre-season, you just got to get on with it. You got to have a good look at it, and you got to get better at training on Monday. Pirates next week will offer a different challenge again, and a chance for you to look at some of the other squad members as well. Yeah, we'll have a good chat on Monday about how we want to approach the game, the team we want to pick, and how many players we want to use. And obviously we've got a real tough challenge up at Glasgow. I think, you know, I'm happy with our pre-season programme. I've been happy how it's gone. I would have liked a different result today, but I do get that genuine feeling that if something had stuck earlier in the game and we'd have got a score, I think we could have built from there. And I think it was the longer the score stayed tight, the edgier we become, and almost the more mistake-ridden we became. And you know, you have to get used to that. That's how a lot of Premiership games go. But as I said, you know, once you're kind of in the thick of it, I'm pretty comfortable that, you know, we'll see some better performances.